Welcome to the Funkonteurista show.
Yeah, you're right.
Coming to you today, funkin' all day long, top 10 funk.
Right on. It's booty.
You say
Scooty.
booty? You say booty?
I said booty.
Oh, booty, coming at you.
Can you dig it? Can you feel it?
I can feel it. I can feel it.
Me too.
Funkonteurista!
All right.
Woo!
Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome to the Funkin' Rockin' Tourista podcast. It is Saturday, March 6th. We're broadcasting from Chicobra, Texas, where the men are men and the women are sick and damn tired of it. Really, they are. This is a special episode of Rack on Teresa where we are going to fill your ear holes with all kind of funky goodness. To quote George Clinton, is there funk after death? Is 7 Up? I'm David Eugene, the Mean Machine Kendall. I'm here with my podcasting co-host, Brian Newton Booty Scootin' Fuller, the Ethel Merman of funk guitar.
What a callback.
That's all. I mean, that's private.
That is.
You know, I'm really excited about this one, Brian. We're going to list our favorite funk songs. And I think I speak for both of us when I say that this was a really hard list to whittle down. And I want to say one thing. I've said this before. I had fun listening to the music. This was your idea. I'm thankful for it. And the world would be a better place if we listened to more funk.
I agree.
And I mean that.
Here.
I mean that.
No, I mean, I am with you 1,000% there. You're good?
I'm good.
Okay, all right. This has been so much stinking fun doing this. I just was like, because we were talking about that. We're talking about all my friends, how at the end of the day, they're like way into great rock and roll music, but when it came down time to funk, it was weird that they were like, because they came from the city and they were like, I don't know, they just didn't around funk music or something. I don't know, but I was growing up, or I shouldn't say growing up. I was once I got to like high schoolish, because my school was like third black, and so I got exposed because I ran track and everything, so I got exposed to it. So I loved it. And I was always shocked that they were like, "What funk?" I was like, "How did you never?" do that. But researching this was a blast, wasn't it?
It was no problem to put together a funk playlist with about 40 songs.
You're about to say the problem was I got up this morning and painfully whittled it down. Painfully.
Yeah, I mean, you got to just sort of be mercenary at some point.
Oh.
Hey, but I did want to say, look, I meant to call you. Well, I did call you, but
I didn't call back. I'm so sorry.
Look,
week was crazy.
I got a whole list of like honorable mentions.
Me too. Me too.
No. I think we really need. I mean, you know what I did when I turned off, the last few minutes on the way out here, like when I turned off your road. I have the funk playlist.
Yeah.
And so I just played like the first few seconds of every one until I could determine who it was, and it would take like a second, 2 seconds.
Oh man.
So the thing about this music is, it's just designed to hook you. I mean, like, bam, the intros are all like...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, instrumentally, it's like if you're a person that likes music and instruments and real human time...
Oh, yeah.
You can't beat, like, 60s, 70s era funk. You just can't beat it.
Oh, no, because, even with synthesizers, they were playing those. They were playing that stuff. It wasn't like just kind of a drum machine track going through anything like that. I mean, they were playing everything, man. And for me, I listened to a whole ton. And on top of that, I discovered, it's not like I know all the funk, right? But I think I got a pretty good ear for it. But I discovered all these. Did you ever hear about a band called, or it's either a band or a guy called Baby Huey? I heard some of it, and it blew my mind.
Is he a Texas guy?
I don't know. I just heard it today. I was playing some today. And
that sounds vaguely familiar, but I could be...
Yeah, I found out there's a lot of, we were talking about the other day, there's a lot of these regional records around that were like great funk records
Yeah.
and all that. There's one record I didn't even touch into. I've got a record, Texas Funk, and it's just like, but there's all these like little bands out there that, but between listening to it and watching them, I watch a lot of videos. And now, granted, every video comes direct from VHS tape, so they're blurry. They're all kind of blurry and kind of the yellows are really brighted out. I mean, it's kind of like saturated. But god dang, man, it's like the outfits and the dancing and everything I saw in that was just so brought back such great memories, man.
I mean, did you see the Woodstock movie?
Yeah,
I mean, do you remember, like, it's all like tie-dyed and, blue, and then like Sly and Family Stone comes out, and it's just like,
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wow, man, these guys just.
Did you ever see Watt Stacks?
Yes.
Yeah, and when you saw Rufus Thomas come out in that pink hot pants, but a suit, and the white socks and white shoe. I mean, and then Isaac Hayes coming out. I mean, no shirt, the gold chain. I mean, it's just like, man, just.
Hey, how many? You want to wager? How many? You think we'll have any songs in common?
Yes, I do think we'll have some songs in common. I'm going to go with two. But I'm going to say from those two, I still think we might have 3 artists in common. How about
should
you?
we put a wager down? Should we put like $20 and whoever gets closer?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'm doing two, and then 3 artists.
Shit,
Pretty big.
I was going to say 2. Yeah, fine.
Okay.
I'll say 3.
The toughie.
Yeah, I'm going to say I'll say 3 songs and 4 artists.
Whoa.
And then I get everything over.
Okay. All right. And I can tell you this much.
Sucker.
I can tell you this much. I didn't put a few artists on there because, in all honesty, I thought you would grab them. I really did. There's a couple I'm kind of go, man, I think Dave's going to pull that one. And so I really left off my list some big artists because, and it was just that
I know
they're so good, but then I found these other ones that were just a little. Even though these are great, these other ones are a little more unique. But I felt bad. I felt like I was almost like dissing these badass songs and badass artists because it was. I'm like you, man. That other top 10 we did was fun and a blast. This one was freaking hard.
Well, you said it. I mean, like we had a text about it, and you said. I was saying, like, how hard that was to just get down to 10. You're like, they all just rock. It's just all just.
Yeah. And you're talking about you have an honorable mention. Those, it's like you could just slot it right up. I mean, because you're right. I mean, and what you said, they start right off the bat. Boom.
Yeah.
It's none of this. It's none of this. Let me kind of go meander and do some bullshit lyrics about a little nymph running in the woods or anything like that. I mean, it's just like. Let's go. Yeah.
Well, let's. Yeah, man. I agree with everything you're saying. It's like right on.
Oh yeah.
Right on. Let's just get into it because I think we're gonna do a lot of jabbering.
We are. Do you want to do a little? You want to do one little shooty shoot?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm doing a David Letterman style. I've got them on cards
where
I can throw them.
There you go.
And go
oh yeah. Well,
So
I'll do that.
remember-
I'll do that. I'll
you
do
know
that.
sound effect?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, do you
Okay.
want me to do any kind of sound effect for you?
Uh,
Oh God, you didn't need that.
yeah, just raspberry everything.
Murr, murr.
There we are.
That's
Now, like, here's a sound effect. Fucking blows. Oh shit. All right, here we go. It's a little the desert door with mesquite beans in those bad boys.
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Very good.
So Desert Door, if you want to sponsor us, we're here. Some Beer Works, you want to sponsor us? We're here. We're here. And
Electric Jellyfish people.
Pine House Pizza, we're here.
I do love this beer.
That's a really good beer. And I'm glad they've started putting it out
You know how much a 4-pack of that is?
It's probably about $12, $13.
$20, baby.
What? Really?
At Travis Heights Liquor World.
Shit, that's worth it. That's a good beer, man.
No, it's really good.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
so are we
you
going
know
to
what?
get?
Last time, I'll go first this time.
Yeah, 'cause I think I went
want you to
first
get
last time.
You get that coveted clothing spot.
And my closer. Oh man.
Yeah, me too.
I bet you haven't.
me too.
I bet you might not have heard my closer.
If it goes like according to here's what I think's happened. Here's what I think influenced.
Oh,
some of
okay,
the
okay. Oh, by the way, real quick, had to wear my brim for the funk.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
That's a good funky brim.
Yeah, that's it.
No, I like that. I like it. Nice look.
Got to bring it.
Nice look on you.
Got to bring it. It's like on you. Does that come with a free cup of soup?
Where's your accordion and your monkey? What happened?
Hey,
what happened? Giuseppe, what happened? The monkey,
I don't recognize you have the symbols between your knees.
Hey, are those Egyptian symbols? Oh, Zildjian. Jeez, Neil Peart, get out of there.
Oh my God. You just did every drummer out there's going to be going, I fucking love this show.
Hey, Buddy Rich. Hey, look, the last time in Vegas, me and you and the guy from the record, Hal Blaine, what a genius. Hey, you know what? Speaking of drummers, this is it. We're gonna.
Oh yeah.
Two things you got to have in funk. Bass, drums, baby.
Yeah.
The rhythm section reigns supreme.
Oh. And not just a drummer. I mean, it's not just a 2/4 beat. It's like boom, boom, chicka, boom, boom. I mean, these guys got it down.
Look, it comes from New Orleans.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. I get that.
And
Yeah.
The thing about, living in New Orleans, there's like the second line kind of thing. It's a drag. The drummer actually drags behind the beat a little.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a kind of weird sort of.
It's funny you say that.
We're going to talk about some.
Yeah, talk about that because I've always heard about
get going.
how they just play behind the people. Somebody will play behind the beat, and I've never
Willie
totally.
Nelson sings behind the beat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
That's why Willie's kind of funky.
Willie is funky.
Are we going to get rolling? Let's just get rolling.
Let's go.
Let's
do
go.
it.
All right. We get ready for number 10?
Number 10, Funkonteurista from Dave Kendall.
And the challenge was to, do the song in a one sentence, kind of.
I actually wrote sentences this time.
I'm proud of you.
I know. I actually wrote sentences. They're only 4 words long.
Hugs and kisses. Okay. I was like, oh, that's pink.
Hearts wide open.
Number 10 for me.
Yes.
Groove Me by King Floyd.
I do not know who that is.
This is classic R&B style funk from New Orleans native King Floyd III, who not only gave Pink Floyd half their name, but also delivered one of the most slyly sexual innuendos ever.
Oh, man.
You never heard?
I've never heard that.
You look so good and you're so doggone sweet. Just can't get you out of my mind.
No, I've never heard that. This right here has already made my day. That I've got something new to go.
The
listen
Blues
to.
Brothers did this
Oh
on
yeah,
their record.
Oh yeah. Which, by the way, speaking of having a killer band backing them and all that stuff.
Yeah. But look, here's the deal. Here's a great origin story about that song, "Groove Me" by King Floyd. New Orleans guy.
Yeah.
He was from New Orleans.
Yeah.
Recorded this in from Malaco. He recorded in Jackson, Mississippi, with a New Orleans guy named Wardell Kazurk, who was like
Wardell.
Look, that's a New Orleans name.
Wardell
Kazurk.
Kazurk.
And you can't spell the last name. It's like Queezerque. And you're like, is that Kazurki? Because it's like, no, man, Kazurk.
Oh man.
And so
I wish I was called Wardell. Can you call me Wardell the rest of the show, please?
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Wardell. Hey, Wardell, here's
Yes.
here's a song you didn't know about this song
Yeah,
you did.
yeah.
The thing you didn't know. So this, I can't wait to play this for you.
Well, we can't. I want to play this stuff, but we can't because we get in trouble. But if y'all want to call us afterwards, we'll play it for you.
Groove Me, King Floyd. So here's the thing. It's to me, I always thought this. I first heard it, the Blues Brothers on the Briefcase Full of Blues.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they gave it kind of a reggae beat. And of course, it's John Belushi singing, which.
Yeah.
But then I heard the original, and then I was like, oh, this is really killer. But I thought it was. And the weird thing is, I never looked up who this guy was. He sounded like he might be from like Stax. It might be a Stax thing. It might be a Chess thing.
Yeah.
Might be Chicago. But it was this, But then I looked into it, and the guy was from New Orleans, and the origin story of the song is very cool. So there's a Canadian ethnographer. I wrote something down.
Canadian?
Listen to this.
What does he know about like bacon and crullers and syrup?
Besides that, he
and
probably knows
Labatt's
a lot.
beer.
So here's the deal. All right, here's the thing.
Hey, your ride's here.
A musicologist or whatever. So he said that this guy told him that King Floyd, he interviewed King Floyd, and King Floyd was working, he moved to Los Angeles, he was working in an East LA box factory.
What?
Can you imagine how boring that would be?
Oh, Jesus
And
Christ.
he said, I had this coworker, there was this woman that down at the end of the line, and said, every time I looked at her, she was smiling at me. He said she was really pretty. And said if I went to the water fountain, she was like right there too.
Oh, wow.
And he said I was just too shy to talk to her. And he said, but one night I went home and I said, I'm going to write a poem about her and give it to her tomorrow. And he wrote Groove Me. He wrote Groove Me for this woman that he'd never spoken to.
Yeah?
Went back to work with the poem. She had quit the day before.
Oh,
It was
really?
Her last day at work.
Oh, man.
And he said, I never gave her the poem. He said, I'd love to meet her because I want to thank her.
Oh, man.
So this was like a top, at least a top 10 hit. It was at least
If I would have done that, I would have given her the poem and I would have had a restraining order laid against me. Just to let you know.
Hey, man, back in the day, hey, looky here, man, you're not a woman, so you know what? So you can't say what it means to a woman to have a song written for you. So get the fuck out of here with that kind of bullshit. I'm not being toxic. God, man. Eddie, I'm mad.
Hashtag me too.
You know what? I was trying to be cool.
That's it. We're over. This is it.
Okay, number 10
This
for
is
you.
fuck Teresa. Okay, number 10 for me.
Number 10, Brian.
Number 10, Machine Gun, the Commodores. It's an instrumental. You know the song?
I don't know this.
It's an instrumental. And the thing is, when I saw these guys, and the first time I saw them on Soul Train. And they had and by the way, this whole list to me is dedicated to Soul Train. Because I'd watch American Bandstand in the morning and then go into Soul Train and go, yeah, American Bandstand sucks compared to this. But it is. They had matching outfits on, playing crazy synthesizers. I was all over it. Once I saw that, my favorite thing in any band from that point on was matching outfits in any band. Because those guys were just, and it's an instrumental. It's a total instrumental.
So
and
what was Lionel doing?
He was playing synthesizers in it. And it's really weird because you hear their other things like Brick House is badass and all that, but it's funny. This was like this, bum, 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 ba-da, bum, 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 ba-da, bum, bum, and they do these synthesizers. I mean, it was just killer. And instrumental, and that's what got me on that one, is that a lot of these funk songs I listen to, instrumentals, and to be honest with you, usually instrumentals for me, I like it to a point, then it's like, oh, all right. I'd hear these funk songs, it's like, crank it up. I'm listening to the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that was that one. When I heard that, because it was one of those ones where it's like, it was probably been, because this is off like an album before their big hits. So I would have to say it was probably like, it's probably like 1976 that I heard that maybe, and on Soul Train. And it just blew my freaking mind. Just blew. And by the way, on the show later on today, we're going to get a Soul Train dance line going here. Just let you.
I forgot to do something.
Yeah, no.
Hang on. Thanks, Wardell. I wonder if there was some kind of like creative tension in the Commodores. Because now that you're bringing them up, I'm thinking about, like...
Oh, I'm sure there was.
A ballad like...
Three Times
easy,
a Lady.
Easy like
or
Sunday
easy,
morning.
yeah.
And then you've got like just brick house.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, so I'm wondering if that, like, I feel like, well, Lionel Richie went on to be sort of yacht rock.
Yeah. And a lot of bands will split up. I mean, outside of the
It
funk
makes
world,
me think just Lionel didn't bring the funk, but I don't know.
I think. But if you saw him playing synthesizer in this thing,
Yeah.
I don't know if he wrote that part, but he played that synthesizer was funky as hell.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I get you.
It's
hear
but
you.
I'm sure. But every band, I mean, God, I tell you that how a band ever stays together is beyond my comprehension.
No shit.
Yeah, you and I can barely stay together. There's only two of us.
Yeah, we meet every 2 weeks.
Yeah, we do. Going on tour? Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah, boy.
And by the way, when the pandemic is over, we are taking this on tour.
We are?
Hell yeah.
Oh,
we are.
great. The
yeah.
Funkonteurista tour.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Rock on
Coming
tour.
to your city.
Rock on Tourista. Tour. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right. Numero nuevo.
Okay, here we go. My number 9 song is You Sexy Thing by Hot Chocolate.
Oh. Okay. Forgot that song. I would have put it on there if I'd have remembered that song.
I invented a party game called Narcissistic Love Songs one time, where you substitute yourself for the object of your desire. This is a good song for that. I believe in miracles since I came along. You sexy thing me.
Sexy thing, me.
Yeah. You remember that guitar? Boom, 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 boom.
Oh yeah, boom, 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 boom.
Where did you come from, angel? How did you know I needed you?
That's another thing with funk music. Falsetto is all over the place.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. That song came back to me through.
A bad fever dream.
I don't want to go one podcast without having a Marvel movie reference, which I've realized I have not yet gone through one without.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. That is weird.
Yeah.
Because I don't picture you as a Marvel guy.
I've watched every one of those movies.
Oh, really?
Every one of them.
Oh, wow.
I've seen Thor Ragnarok like 5 times.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never watched any of them.
But anyway, so Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I love that. I did watch that. I like that.
I mean, the soundtrack to that is
Yeah.
like killer. And they have they had You Sexy Thing. Oh. And the other one by Hot Chocolate was, this is what I wanted to talk to you about You Sexy Thing. Do you know who
Did you just call me? Yes, Mickey Mouse, a hell of a producer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He produced The Animals.
He was an English guy, right?
English guy came along, so far back he was like into skiffle.
He's in the skiffle music?
Guys.
Oh, my God.
Right.
That's a pre the Beatles there?
Yeah, right. So he came, Donnie Lonigan, he came up through this whole
Donnie Lonigan?
Yeah,
I know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know Mickey Mouse because I listened to Underground Garage with Little Steven, and they're always referencing Donnie Most all the time. Okay, yeah.
So Donnie Most, he came up and then he decided to become a producer, and he produced The Animals. He produced like Jeff Beck, like the only real hit Jeff Beck ever had, which was like Hi Ho Silver Lining.
Oh, yeah.
He convinced him to sing.
Did he sing on that one?
Yeah.
That's a stupid
And
song.
But it's like the only.
It is only hit.
Yeah.
But it's so not Jeff Beck.
You know what else he did? Oh, you remember the song Tobacco Road by the Nashville
By the Nashville Teens.
Written by John Loudermilk.
Loudermilk, yeah.
Herman's Hermits.
Yeah. Which, by the way.
And his session players were like Jimmy Page and John Paul Jones. Here's the deal.
Those hacks?
This guy, Mickey Mouse,
Yeah.
produced You Sexy Thing.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That just
That
blows
is
my head
crazy.
out. Yeah.
Crazy.
The same guy that produced,
Oh, my God. Never
the
knew
big
that.
deal between him and Jeff Beck was like, God, this fucking guy wants to hit. And I'm like, I want to, stretch out. So the guy obviously had a nose for a hit because this song's just hit. I mean, Wardell, this is
Yeah.
a good one.
One
of my faves.
It's funny we were talking about Beck. I've never really been that into Jeff Beck, right? But I heard some people on the radio talking about, they said those first 3 albums that I guess Jeff Beck group did with Rod Stewart in there, they talked about how they just changed everybody's world. It was just like an amazing, I'll have to go back and listen to them.
Truth.
You know?
Listen to Truth.
Oh, is that
That's
okay?
the one. I mean, that's to me. That's like
That's what I heard, and I was like, really? And they're like, man, that stuff is like it's
man.
like bad. It's like crazy. Just blew their mind. So I got to go back and listen to that.
the Truth would be on my.
Okay.
I mean, just Jeff Beck was kind of a punk kind of guy in a way.
Yeah, I get
Because
it.
he said, that like all of those guys were all like they all went to see like Jimi Hendrix,
Yeah.
like him and Clapton, and Page,
Yeah.
Pete Townsend,
Yeah.
and he said like he said it affected him all different ways. He just said like, well now what do you? He said on my way home I was like, well now what the fuck you gonna do?
Yeah, really?
And so, but that guy more than anybody I think forged
I knew
in terms of guitar.
Yeah.
forged his own path.
Yeah, I agree.
And
Definitely.
he was kind of funky. He did some real, late in his career, he did a lot of funky.
Yeah. And there's a documentary out there that I haven't watched it, but Donna watched it.
Yeah.
And she goes, man, it's really great. She goes, these people they talk with and all this band, they all love him. They're just it's like they just freak out on that guy.
Well, I told earlier on another podcast about, like, I always thought, like, why don't I like Jeff Beck? When I was just getting into guitar, like everybody's talking about him. And then like one South by Southwest, he was playing at La Zona Rosa, and I'm like, had a wristband. I'm like, I gotta go. Oh, okay, I'll see him live.
Oh.
And it was just like, it was like
You
just
got it?
giant gears clanking together in my mind. It's like every song he played was like clink, clink, clink until it was just like fucking yes.
Oh man.
I mean, best rock guitarist.
I can't believe you saw him at La Zona Rosa. God, didn't you love that place?
Yeah.
I love La Zona Rosa. My favorite La Zona Rosa is I saw Paul Westerberg play there, which was really a lot of fun because he played a bunch of old replacements hits, right? But I saw the Eels play there, and they were fantastic, right? And they finished up. Then they came out. They did an encore, and then they finished up, and the lights turned on, and everybody starts leaving. And I was just kind of hanging back at the back and people walking out. It's been a while. And I just happened to go over by the merch stand. I was kind of like hanging out there. And then all of a sudden I hear, and I look back and the band's come out and they've all got these like work outfits on, like those onesie work outfits.
Wait, who are you talking about?
The Eels.
The Eels.
The Eels.
Oh.
And these onesie work outfits, these coveralls or whatever. They've come back out. I mean, the lights are on. Most everybody's gone, and they come out and just hit the squealing, and they play like about 15 minutes of crazy punk rock music for literally like maybe 25 people. There was only 25 people left there. It was just one of those amazing just nights. I mean, very Austin, but La Zona Rosa was just, because I've seen Los Lobos there, and, that place was fun. It was a great sound. Great sound.
Right.
All right.
Number 9.
Number 9 for me. All right. This one right here is a man named Al Green, and it's Take Me to the River. It's a little more, not as funk, but what it is like a gospel song with a funk twist. That's what blew my mind. And here's my thing when I write about this. I doubt this song was playing when Al got hot grits thrown on his back by his spurned girlfriend. Nice. That's my guess.
Wow, you know that story too?
Yeah.
Al Grits Green. Wow, man, I can't believe that, brother. Now I know why you're my brother.
Exactly, man. That's where we hang.
Fucking hell, man, I can't believe you know that story. I'm kind of pissed. I'm really pissed that you know that story too.
Yeah. Oh, I'd be mad at me too if I weren't so fucking cool. Wardell knows what he's talking about.
Well, yeah, boy, you know what? Ever since you changed your name to Wardell,
I've got an attitude. Now that I'm Wardell, I got an
I
attitude.
actually like Wardell better than Brian.
I do too. From this point on, I'm Wardell.
Yeah, you're a Wardell.
Wardell.
You're a Wardell.
But what got
You'll
me?
always be my Wardell.
What got me on that one is that to take a gospel song and make it funky, because gospel music and blues music and all that stuff, it's always that yin and yang. And you got people like Son House and Little Richard that would do, blues music, and then freak out and go back and do gospel music and preach and all that stuff. And so it was just crazy because I'm sure that people freaked out that you're taking a gospel song and you're putting a kind of a funk beat on it. So, I mean, the staple singers kind of did that sort of stuff, and Pops didn't care. Pops was like, he loved all that sort of stuff. It didn't bother him. But apparently a lot of real, sticklers for all that stuff freaked out. So when he did that gospel thing on that, it was like, and the background singers, take me to the red. And by the way, Talking Heads did a badass version of it too, So it's, yeah. So
yeah, that's right. They did a really great version.
yeah.
I mean, they starched it, but it was just it put that kind of
it was white, but they brought it.
this is all we're talking about Memphis now.
Oh yeah.
Now we're talking about high music in
Oh,
Memphis.
hi. Oh man, Teeny Hodges my friend Ross used to hang out with Teeny Hodges, and was it Mitchell? Somebody Mitchell. I can't remember the other guy's name. There was all the Hodges brothers. There's 3 Hodges brothers that played pretty much on all those records.
Yeah.
And there was another Willie Mitchell. Willie Mitchell was in it. Willie Mitchell.
Right.
But yeah, the Hodges, man, those guys were badass. I mean, I've got a high records.
They were like giving Stax sort of around. For
Yeah, sort of around the money. And they were more like where Stax was like hitting more like blues, rock and rollish. They were hitting definitely like they had Ann Peebles and Al Green and all those people. They were back in.
They were like the Motown.
They were more funk,
where the Stax
funk
thing
soul.
Was like the high music would have been more of the Motown kind of sound.
Yeah, High Records was badass. I've got a double CD of all their records, and to hear those guys play behind it, and this Teeny and those guys, it's just I can't imagine growing up in Memphis during that time frame. Like my friend Ross did, and he said it was just crazy.
My cousin Bill, who never listens to this podcast, but he should. He's from Memphis. He knows all of this. I mean, he would just be able to just like recite all this.
Yeah. Well, it was a small town.
But that song in particular, I mean, it uses that. The river, take me to the river.
Oh, yeah.
That's such
all
a
about,
gospel.
all about baptism and all that. I mean, it just and I'm sure.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah. All right. So that was my number 9.
Number 9. Good
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Are we ready for number 8?
Number 8.
Wait, let me take a drink because this is a long.
Yeah, drink some foam there. So there we go.
E.T. Foam Home. Ernest Tubbs.
That is the worst.
Ernest Tubbs Foam
ever. That's
Home.
awesome. That's awesome.
Now my number 8 is
Yes.
P-Funk Wants to Get Funked Up by Parliament off the Mothership Connection.
Oh.
And this is where Papa P-Funk, George Clinton, takes on the race thing with an oblique critique of Caucasian rock and roll. When he says, well, all right, hey, I was digging on y'all funk for a while. Sounds like it got a 3 on it, though, to me.
Oh, man, he brought it. That's right.
What do you think that means when he said that?
Well, my theory is that
when he says, sounds like it got a 3 on it.
Well, to me, 3 just means it's like,
Ready?
yeah.
Thanks, Wardell.
Hey, look, it hung right up there.
There
you go.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So what other kind of music? Tell me what you're thinking.
So the 3 there to me means like I'm just thinking on a scale of 10 that he's a 10 and that they're hitting a 3, which is low end.
Interesting.
That was my take on it.
You know what I think it is?
What?
I think he's talking about 3 is in a musical beat.
Oh, instead of a 4 beat?
Yeah, because what's in 3s? Waltzes, polkas, really white music.
Yeah, I bet you're right.
It's got a 3 on it.
I bet
so
you're
it's
right.
like 1, 2, 3, 1 instead of.
You're probably right.
Like a 1, 2, 3, 4.
You're probably right because George is a hell of a musician because Parliament started off as a doo-wop group.
Right.
Parliament was a doo-wop group, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know the transformation from Parliament doo-wop to Parliament funkadelic.
No, I don't either. But I'd like to know that.
Yeah, but I know that he started out because there's some pictures out there of him with I think 3 other guys, a 4-group doo-wop group, the Parliament.
I want to read this. I want to read
this.
What I just said about it sounded like I got a 3 on it. So the context. This is the context.
Okay.
Here's the lyric.
Okay.
Well, all right. Hey, I was digging on y'all funk for a while. Sounded like it got a 3 on it, though, to me. Then I was down south, and I heard some funk with some main ingredients like Doobie Brothers, Blue Magic, David Bowie. It was cool, but can you imagine Doobie in your funk? WEFUNK, we funk.
Oh man. Oh. Because you saw the Mothership Connection tour, right? I did.
I didn't see that. I didn't see the Mothership Connection.
I did.
That's probably one of the
most crazy coming down in a fucking spaceship, and then dudes coming out in diapers and playing bass with a little baby pacifier around their neck. These white long wigs. I mean, it was just like, what in the hell is this? I mean, and it looked like, I remember the stage looked like mass chaos, right? Like people just walking all over the place. Like nobody knew what was going on, but yet the music just kept going boom, 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 boom. It kept going, but like people just like walk over here and just, I mean, it was crazy as shit, man. Ah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that Bill Hicks joke where he said that he was talking about like, yeah, I don't do drugs anymore than your average P-Funk tour. Your average P-Funk tour.
That's a weird thing about George Clinton. George got into crack like way later on. It was like, George, what the hell? You went through all this acid, everything else, and got into crack way later on in life.
I mean, that is a guy that totally sort of... man, that guy had a vision.
He did.
Enacted it.
He did. I mean, to come up with those, because you got James Brown, right? You have this whole group together, and we all talk about how James was like, we always talk about like, ran a tight ship to the point of miss a beat, boom, five. They all could count up. I got $5 after this set, but George took it to this crazy. I mean, I don't think he meant it to be cartoonish. I think he was just having a blast how crazy it all was. Just...
Yeah, I'd like to know about it. I mean, I wonder if he was like, I always think of him as the Sun Ra artist.
Oh, yeah, funk. Yeah.
Was he from like Philadelphia or something like that?
I don't know where he's from. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting...
That would make sense with Parliament being like a doo-wop group. That would make sense.
Yeah. No, I mean, I saw P-Funk... but this would have been...
I saw him again at Stubbs one time. Didn't you see him at Stubbs?
This would have been in the... Yeah, it was like the 1990s.
Yeah. I saw him at Stubbs one time years late. I think it was Stubbs. I didn't see the 90s one. I wasn't living here then.
Like they advertised the shows like starts at 9, ends at midnight.
Yeah.
Like it was going to be that precise.
Yeah.
And like 3 hour, 3-hour concert. And I showed there, and I was like in the perfect state of like a perfect altered state.
Yeah, okay.
Perfect for P-Funk.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't plan it totally like that, but like it was. And they started at 9. Right on the dot, man.
Where were you? Were you there at 9?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was there like halfway back, and it was just freaking. I mean, it was right out the gate. It was really something. Yeah. But I remember, like it's one of the 10 best concerts I ever saw.
Oh yeah.
Because, like at one point there was the diaper guy. There were 3 people on stage at one point. There was the diaper guy playing. I thought he was playing the guitar.
What do you mean? Let to be known as the diaper guy?
But look, this was when it was the diaper guy, it was the drummer, and it was the bass player. It was a power trio. Yeah. And he was playing Maggot Brain.
Oh, I almost put that on here, but that's like more.
And I was like, this is like a John Coltrane kind of a sheets of sound. I mean, the guy was just shredding to the point where it was just like pointillistic painting. And then at another point I counted and there were like 13, 14 people. Oh. No, it was the funkiest. It was like, I thought, this is what, if like the Allman Brothers were black.
Oh, yeah.
It would be a P-Funk thing. Because it was a long, psychedelic, weirded out jam. Was just full of incredible musicianship.
Oh, yeah.
And the musicianship was just...
I mean, I tell you, if out there, I say out there like there's an audience, but if you haven't listened to Maggot Brain, do yourself a huge favor. I think the album's called Maggot Brain, but listen to the song Maggot Brain. I think it's 10 minutes long?
Yeah, you
I
know
think
what?
10 minutes long?
Eddie Hazel.
Eddie Hazel, that's it. Yes, that's him.
You know the story?
No.
The George Clinton, Eddie Hazel's like, man, how, this is like 10 minutes long, kind of. And George Clinton said, look, I'm going to turn the lights out. I want you to play like you found out your mother just died.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, man. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to admit, I didn't know of Maggot Brain. I knew a lot of Parliament. For some reason, Maggot Brain skipped by me.
That's an interesting record.
Yeah, and then
really
the reason I heard it is Mike Watt from the Minutemen put together an album, and they wound up, and I think Jay Mascis wound up playing Maggot Brain on there. And on this album, I was like, it was called Ball Hog or Tugboat, something like that. And I heard this thing, and I was like, what is this? And I was like, God, that's crazy, because Mascis is nuts, guitar player. And I read back, I was like, oh, it's a P-Funk. I was like, what? And I had no idea. Crazy.
Make My Funk the P-Funk.
Oh, there we go.
That was my other choice for that.
Oh, was?
Make My Punk the P-Funk.
Yeah.
No, I mean, the other one was Tear the Roof Off Sucker.
All right.
So we ready for your number 8?
Number 8.
No, let's go.
All right.
Wait.
Number 8 is They Say I'm Different by Betty Davis.
Betty Davis.
You know who Betty Davis is? Miles' wife?
Yep.
Ex-wife?
Yep.
I have to admit, here's what I wrote about this. I had no idea who this was until 2 years ago when I was in Sweden, and my friend Martin told me about this because there was going to be a movie on her, and we missed it. It was already sold out. But he kept going. He goes, Brian, you don't know who she is? It's funk. I go, she plays funk? He goes, no, it's funk. I go, I know she's funk. He goes, no, Brian, it's funk. Like, funk. When he said that, I go, I got to see that. And that blew my mind. I didn't know who she was until then. And then I've seen the documentary since and have the record. But I didn't know who she was. And I think she only did this one record, if I'm not wrong. I think that's all she did. And that blew my mind. It was what I love is I didn't know about it till like 2 years ago. I had no idea that even existed. And just floored me, that Betty Davis stuff. And that picture she has some picture, it's almost like with some spear and standing up in some space age outfit or something like that. Yeah.
She was a very provocative artist, and, I want to think that.
So you know a little bit about her.
Yeah.
Probably more than I do.
Well, I mean, I used to, I learned about her like I learned about so much what I know about music from WWOZ in New Orleans, Louisiana. And like they used to play Betty Davis, and she was she was ahead of her time. I mean, she was but I think the same thing happened to her that maybe happened to some other or a few other of Miles Davis's unfortunate romantic partners.
Yeah.
In that, like, she saw her own light dimmed, her own spear point blunted by him, like being, hey man, I don't want you stop doing that shit, man. You got to be like my woman.
Probably.
But she was cutting edge. She was man. Hats off.
And I think
Betty Davis.
I think
it's Bettie.
Yeah, I think she only did one. I think only one album. I think. But I love Miles. Miles, why he talks like that he'd had surgery on his vocal cords, and they said don't talk. Right after that, he starts yelling at somebody. That's what screwed up his vocal cords.
He's, to me, he's one of the most. He's one of the people, one of the artists I'm most conflicted about, because I mean, there's a lot of Miles Davis stuff. I realize how important Miles Davis is and respect him and like a few of his records a lot. But man, anytime I've ever seen Miles Davis like interviewed or like known anything about it, I'm just like, I fucking hate this.
Oh
guy.
yeah, I love some female reporter went to go do a story on him, and she gets there. Miles like, okay, I'll talk to you, but you got to rub some lotion into my feet. This lady had to rub lotion to get this. Which I heard that.
Brian Wardell. I'm sorry, Wardell. If you could,
I'd do that.
Wouldn't you? I mean, I'd
be rubbing the lotion.
No. I mean, if you could be, Yeah, yeah. No, right. Yeah. No.
I'm not that cool. Wardell ain't that cool.
You're not cool enough to rub lotion into Miles Davis's feet.
No, I'm not cool enough to get lotion rubbed on me. I can only do the
Well,
rubbing.
I mean, Brian's not, but Wardell might be. I mean, Brian Wardell. I mean, look, you need to just grow into this, Wardell.
I know. Okay, number 7.
For me? Oh,
yeah,
here we go.
yeah.
I'll Take You There by the Staple Singers.
Oh, I had that on my honorable mention list.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it gospel? Is it funk? Does it matter? More soul than a 10-foot pair of sneakers.
Oh man.
You know who Robert Christgau is?
Yeah. The reviewer. Yeah.
This song was recorded at Muscle Shoals.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And he said the epitome of the Muscle Shoals sound. And you know, you were talking about...
Is that epitome or epitome?
You say tomato, I say tomato.
You say potato.
Let's call the whole thing off.
You say potato, I say spud.
That even sounds better. Epitome.
Yeah. 'Cause-
Yeah.
But Chris Gow, he knew his shit. And you know what? And what's
But you were talking about the thing about Al Green and the gospel deal. That's it.
That's it.
the
No,
song.
yeah, exactly. You mean Pop Staples' name was Roebuck, right? Roebuck.
Yeah.
From Sears and Roebuck. That's what they named. Yeah.
Sears and Roebuck.
I have to admit, I didn't know that until I watched the Last Waltz, and Levon Helms was talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pop sounds like a cool guy. He sounds like a really
shit.
cool guy.
Yeah, he must have
Yeah.
really known something.
Yeah.
He knew like what was.
I mean, he has daughters in there doing the great singing, but he really understood what the heck was going on.
Yeah, I mean, he was like, A.P. Carter. I mean, it was
Yeah.
He sort of had his finger on the pulse. Of what was,
Yeah.
man, I can't think of the Staple Singers without thinking of that. You know, there's one scene in the Last Waltz that's not live, and
It's at that sound stage.
Yeah, but it's like they're doing the weight.
The weight, I think it is. Yeah.
With the Staple Singers.
Yeah.
And they're kind of Martin Scorsese's doing
Going
this
around. Yeah.
And there's like, man, Mavis Staples is singing, and she's looking at Robbie Robertson, who like,
Oh yeah.
I mean, even to a guy, it's
Yeah.
like back then was just like the most beautiful guy,
Oh yeah.
and she looks at him in a way that's like, not just appreciation of his musical talent. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And I always think about, anyway, Staple Singers. They bring the Staple Singers brought the gospel to everything.
I'm so glad you brought them in because but I went honorable mention on them, but it was hard. Okay.
All right, wait a minute. So we're at number
7.
Number 6, 7.
Number 7.
Yeah.
So 7
No,
for
wait,
me.
is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Number 7 for me, Jungle Boogie, Cool and the Gang. All right. Because once again, it's the start of the song we talked about. Starts with the gong, the funk guitar, the deep, get it on. Was back in the 70s when people had a sense of humor and irony. That's what I loved about that. I mean, it was like Jungle Boogie, get it on.
Boogie.
I mean, it was just like,
Or you could have gone with Hollywood Swinging.
I could have gone with Hollywood Swinging, but it just, but just something about that, like this gong, and then Jungle Boogie. I mean, just like you said, just starts right off the bat, man, just right off the bat. And Cool the Gang, they went kind of disco-y later on.
Yeah.
But that right there, just like I hear it, I'm just like, oh my God, and just that guy with that deep voice. It's almost like if we do a top 10 soul, I want to put Barry White on all 10 top 10 soul song of that deep
didn't
voice.
Tarantino use Jungle Boogie in something?
He probably did in Pulp Fiction, probably, I would guess.
Cool and the Gang.
Yeah.
Man, when I was, when that stuff was popular, I was living in a small, up in Tennessee, and we had like, if something like disco hit, then any nightclub that wanted to be like relevant would just automatically switch to disco.
Oh yeah.
And like I lived in redneck country, but man, I love disco. I love dance.
You can't. Donna's mom is one that said it best. She goes, disco made people happy. It's like it did.
No shit.
I mean, because you can sit there and believe me, I've slagged on disco a shit ton during my punk days. But
Yeah,
at the end of the
course.
day, you hear some disco and you're like, that shit's pretty fucking fun, man. It's hard to be in a shit mood, you know? I mean, I'm hearing this. I tell you, I hear anything from the fucking Bee Gees on, on Staying Alive, like, I mean, you hear that and you're like, oh my God, and singing falsetto, fuck yeah.
You can't tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman man. No time for talk.
Whoa, listen to the Dave.
But it's all right. It's okay. You can look the other way. New York Times. Better man. Better man.
I have our new promo. It's the picture of you walking down the street
But it's all right.
with that can of paint in your hand, ready to go.
Just spread some hard graffiti on you disco haters.
All right, we are on to number 6.
Oh, number 6 for me. Boy, this could have been number 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This is one of my favorite songs in the whole. This should have been on the top 10. All right, here last week. Here we go. You ready?
Yes.
You ready?
Yeah.
Everyday People. Sly and the Family Stone.
Oh, man. That was a group.
If I were the king of a new country, my first decree would to be make this the national anthem.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. And your country would be called Funk America.
Or
Funkified.
Slamistan. Funkistan. Funkistan. Yeah, Funkistan.
Pakistan.
Fucked up a stand. Hey,
And I can just hear the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge to, woo, ha, who,
Good God.
Good God. That's what I'm going to do.
my name would be Good God. I would be President Good God.
God. Yeah.
Oh, the guy who played, the bass player on this, famous Larry Graham.
Oh, yeah. Graham Central Station.
He said, is that the same guy?
Yeah.
That's the same guy?
Yeah.
He says, first recorded example of slap bass.
Really?
Thanks, Cordell.
Yeah. Now I'm Cordell. That's
Yeah,
what I be from the. Now I'm Cordell.
Cordell.
I'm just picking. We're just picking different parts, different letters in the alphabet. As my first
Instead
part
of
of my name.
Wardell Kazerk, it's Cordell Berserk.
It's like what's when I grew up. There was a show, and the guy who was the host of it was Icky Twerp, and so that's what I feel like I'm doing. The Icky Twerper, Cordell Berserk. There we go.
That's a good name.
Icky Twerp.
No,
Cordell Berserk.
Cordell Berserk.
Oh, that's me. That's me.
Cordell Berserk.
Yeah, that's it. I got it.
I'll call you either Wardell or Cordell.
Whatever.
All right, so for you.
Number 6.
Number 6 for Brian.
Love Roller Coaster, the Ohio Players.
Oh, man.
Not only a great song by a great band, but there was an urban myth of that scream in the song was someone getting stabbed during the recording session, but it turned out to be BS. But that, just in high school, to hear that story that somebody got stabbed, because in this one part, you hear this like, and everybody goes, "Oh, this girl got stabbed in the recording studio next to him," and just that urban myth was amazing.
Oh, like the Rod Stewart story.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And the
Yeah.
who's the ferret guy?
Oh,
Richard Gere.
Richard Gere. I love it. Don't you love it? You're now known as the ferret guy. Who's the ferret guy? Oh yeah, I know
But
exactly
they
that.
weren't ferrets, they
I know
were
who-
mongoose.
Yeah, no, it was a hamster. That was a hamster.
Yeah, hamster.
Hamster.
A wombat.
There.
Hey, man, at least put a wombat up your ass.
But I gotta throw this in. Plus, the Red Hot Chili Peppers did a rockin' version of this song too.
Of what was it?
Love Roller Coaster.
Love Roller Coaster.
Yeah.
How does it go?
Oh. Roller coaster, ba-ba-da-ba.
Oh, yeah.
Your love, say
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Roller
Oh.
coaster, ba-ba-da.
Oh,
Your love, ow, ow.
that's
Roller
sweet.
coaster,
That's very
ba-ba-da,
sweet.
ba-da.
I
Your
like that
love.
too. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's
yeah.
really good.
Oh, yeah. All right, so that was my number 6.
Well, we're getting into it now. Number
We are.
5.
We are. The shit's getting real.
Yeah.
Shit's getting real. All this other stuff, fluffers.
Yeah.
We're fluffers. We're fluffers in the porn industry right now. Now we're into the real shit.
Satan's fluffers.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Yes.
The song Higher Ground by Stevie Wonder off Intervisions.
Oh my God.
Peak era Stevie as preacher, laying on us a cosmic sermon about eternity, reincarnation, and the consequences of doing what you do.
We could do a whole top 10 just of Stevie Wonder.
Yeah. Especially Intervisions. That's the one you sent me.
Yeah.
You're like, Intervisions, damn.
Yeah. That's what I did.
Right on you.
And I've got to tell you, songs in the key of life too. Just there was a period of time when Stevie was doing stuff and it was just like, oh my Lord, this is just amazing.
Yeah, like every great artist from Rolling Stones, the Beatles, most of them had like a run of like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I mean, the great ones.
Yeah.
The 3 or 4 that were just.
You're hot for this time. Yeah.
And as Stevie, he had songs in the key of life, the Intervisions, and the one, is it Secret Life of Plants or something?
Yeah.
But I think there's another one.
Yeah, there's one in there that
There's actually something
the album
else.
cover looks very similar to Intervision.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But Intervisions has not only that, but Living for the City.
Oh my God, man. I got kicked out of a class one time. My friend David Hammond and I were just making up lyrics to that in high school.
Living just enough for the city.
We were making lyrics in this class, laughing so fucking hard that we got kicked out of school.
Well, have you heard the long version of it?
No.
Where the guy, it's like there's the radio version, but there's this version in the middle of Living for the City where this guy's like, because from Hot Town, Mississippi.
Oh, I've heard. Yeah, I think I might have.
And then this guy just gets off the bus and he's like, New York City.
Yes.
And some guy comes up like, hey, buddy, hold this.
Oh, yeah.
The next thing is the guy's in like prison for 10 years.
Oh, my God. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
oh,
the
my
version of
God.
the album just has this little drama. This little
my
operatic.
God.
I mean, look, Stevie Wonder, he played every instrument on that song. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
He played every instrument.
Oh, man. So he and Prince are like the dudes. Because they can do that.
Can't see.
Oh, my God. Well, like his 17, what was it called when he came out? Little Stevie Wonder, when he first came out at 17. And what was that song called? I forget. It was in a beach bingo movie. It was one of those beach blanket bingo movie. I can't remember the name of it.
Where he played harmonica.
Yeah.
And wasn't it called?
It's kind of a weird title. Something like, I don't know. You can always look it up.
No.
Look it up on your phone if you need to. What was it?
Oh, that's going to drive me nuts now.
Yeah, really? You need to look it up?
We're talking about Stevie Wonder, so I want to know.
Okay, look it up.
Where's my phone?
Where is your phone? Where's your phone?
That must be in a car.
Okay, well, whatever it is. Is that going to ruin everything else?
No.
Okay, you ready for mine? Was this number 5, right?
Number five.
My number 5. This is a weird one because I went for influenced. This is an influenced decision. Okay? Shake Your Rump by the Beastie Boys. Shake your rumpa. When they hit the chorus, shake your rumpa, and Money Mark pulls a synth out, I know they sampled the shit out of everyone, but they put a spin on some funk that was ripping. It's not the real deal. I had to go a little bit on the influence side of how white kids heard funk and went, yeah.
You're thinking too much.
Thinking too much? I'm feeling too much. I'm feeling too much. My life is so complete with that right there. By the way, Paul's Boutique, and by the way, Dave is taking a break right now from the world of Funkonteurista. Break from podcasting because Lord knows you need to break from podcasting because there's only how many podcasts are out there now? 5 million. It's hard. It's tough. It's hard. The struggle's real. The struggle's real.
You
weeks. That's so hard. I can tell you though, the Beastie Boys, Paul's Boutique, one of the best freaking albums I know right there. I love Dave. Just to let y'all know, Dave is going to his car because this has driven him so crazy with Stevie Wonder. Little Stevie Wonder. And it's called like Finger, is it Finger something?
Damn it.
Look it up.
Yeah, I think it is Finger something.
Finger something. That just sounds kind of nasty now when I say it, but it's like,
Oh, God.
yeah, it's.
This was the old. This would have been original. This would have been Stevie Wonder.
And I'm pretty sure he was. I'm pretty sure he did it in a beach blanket bingo movie at the end of it.
God, he played harmonica on
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Yeah, I was like finger.
Oh, sorry, I had to go
Yeah, he had to go.
drain the lizard, as my dad used to say.
So Dave is fertilizing my lawn out here at Scorpion Ranch. So
You are the sunshine of my... The early... Let's see.
What is it?
This goes like
forever.
like early Stevie Wonder.
Just
hit.
put Little Stevie Wonder.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was little because he went by
that's
on that
right.
album. It was like
Good
little,
move.
and it's like part 2. It's something like Finger Part 2 or
It
something like
it
that.
is Finger something.
Yeah, Part 2, something like that.
Oh, Fingertips. There's Fingertips Part 1 and 2. Yeah.
Yes.
And like there's a famous kind of like
Yes.
like it's there's a live version where it the guy
yeah.
thinks it's
Here-
over.
Yeah. And he comes back. Yeah.
Everybody, yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man, Stevie
Yeah.
Wonder.
Yeah.
You know, when I lived in New Orleans, there were all these kind of guys that were, just these kind of Stevie, like young black dudes that were Stevie Wonder fans, and they could just do like everything.
Oh yeah.
You just see them. Anyway,
Yeah. All right. So
Is this my number 4?
it's your number 4. Yeah.
Sissy Strut by the Meters off of Funkify Your Life. New Orleans legends, the Meters, have long been considered one of the best bands ever from the Crescent City, which means that they are one of the greatest bands from anywhere, anytime, in any universe.
This is one that I heard, and I almost put it on my list, and I said, I'm not going to put it on my list because
you knew
I
I
bet
would.
Dave would. I did. I go, Dave would do it, and Dave would have more reason to put it on his list than I do. Because you're the one that turned me on to it. But I did, when I heard it, I go, I know this song. Yeah.
You know what I want to talk about this, don't
What?
you?
About the drummer?
Zigaboo.
There you go.
Zigaboo. Not only one of the greatest, please, if you've never heard of the Meters.
Please.
Because you knew him, but
I knew him, but I didn't
sent
know him
you
like that.
and I sent you that box set, the Funkify Your Life thing, which
because
essential.
I've got like 2 albums in here, but I didn't have that.
And they were right there at the beginning of all that.
Yeah.
But like the drummer, Zigaboo Modalise. I mean, just one of the coolest damn names ever. Not only to be one of the greatest bands, but he and all this stuff, was like Alan Toussaint. Alan Toussaint was all over this, producing this stuff, and he knew to put Zigaboo at the of all the funk things you can think of. I can think of one other song, but where the percussion is this prevalent.
Well, I wrote back to you that. You
Yeah,
sent me that,
that's what you
and I
said.
was like, I've never heard the drums so much in the forefront ever. Because then I was like, whoa. I mean, it was like, here's the drums and here's everybody else.
Yeah.
It was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and somebody wrote, I wrote something about this here. Somebody said, where am I? Let's see. Robert Christgau again. Called Ziggy Modalise drumming The Secret. It's almost as if he's the lead.
It is.
It is.
It is.
Right?
Y'all go listen to this because it's like usually the drummers are like either in the back or maybe at best even, but this is like crazy front. Hey, you want to do something really weird?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, boy.
Speaking along this, we're going to do the weird beer.
Oh, funnel cake.
It's my white trash beer. It's Funkel cake today.
Oh, yeah, funnel cake. Yeah, it's funnel.
Okay, this is in my tradition of trashy beers. We did a pickle beer one time.
Boy,
Yeah.
that was good.
Yeah, and so now we're going to do a funnel cake beer, although today we're going to call it Funkel cake beer.
Funkel cake.
There we go. There we go.
Excuse
So
the
we'll see what this is
Excuse
like.
the funk out of me. We haven't been doing that near enough in this
haven't
podcast to use like just say, hey man, Brian, why don't you funk off?
Yeah, funk you.
Funk. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the classic.
Go funk yourself.
Yeah.
All right, here
Let's
we go.
try this. Have you tried this?
Yes, a long time ago. Surprisingly not bad. It's like a cream soda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not bad.
I hated the first microsecond,
Yeah. I hated the name.
but like that's okay.
It ain't bad.
Yeah, ain't bad.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. So, number 4 for me. Are we good?
That's right. Yeah, number 4 for you.
4 for me. Low Rider.
Yes.
By War.
Yeah.
I loved the song when I first heard it, and I went nuts over it in the first Cheech and Chong movie. The wail of that harmonica at the end just screamed like a Chevy Impala cruising through East L.A. Man, I
No,
heard...
you got that.
Huh?
You captured that. That's
When I heard that song, it was just one of those just, wow. I mean, just boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom. But that way at the very end, I mean, just because they did all these things, war and all that stuff and everything, and those are great songs, but just that one just blew me away.
No, they were Cisco Kid.
Cisco Kid, oh my God, I forgot about that one.
Well, didn't Eric Burden from the Animals wound up singing for War?
Oh, really? He did? I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah, like the spill the wine and all that.
Kill that girl. No wine.
I'm pretty sure
that
Eric Burden
girl.
of the Animals
Really?
wound up singing.
We need to look into that because Eric Burden is one of the greatest blues singer. Period. And I think the Animals would have been bigger if Eric Burden was better looking, and because
Well, wouldn't everything be better if somebody was better
wouldn't our
looking?
podcast be better if Wardell was better looking? Come on.
Come on, Wardell.
Wardell
Can't be better looking.
Wardell's got the hat though. He's trying to print.
Eric Burden in War.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Eric Burden declares war. Wait a minute.
On
I'm
Funkistan?
pretty sure he did.
On Funkistan?
I'm not looking it up, but he did sing for War. They did like Spill the Wine. You remember that song?
I remember something like, "Man, I dig that girl."
No, that War or Why Can't We Be Friends?
Why can't we be friends? Did Ward do that?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that song.
I mean, that's just.
That right there should be the song for the Democrat and Republican Party.
Here's what I want to. You know what? Here, I want to bring this up. I thought about this
Okay.
in regard to this. Thinking about.
And by the way, use that word right, in regard, not
did?
in regards. You used it right.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Not that I know shit, but
Note to the future.
yeah,
Keep
yeah.
doing that.
Note to the linguistic people out there taking notes. We did it right.
I hope Noam
Please
Chomsky.
Please don't go get off in our funkin' face about it.
I hope Noam Chomsky is paying attention to this podcast.
Try to listen to Noam Chomsky so bad, and it's
Wouldn't
like
it be great?
painful. It's like so hard to listen to him.
But here's what I want to say about
Yes.
this. You look to funk music for entertain. You think about it primarily entertainment, sort of shake your booty kind of dance. But you know what I was struck by?
Political.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The absolutely a product of its political time.
Oh yeah.
Why can't we be friends? The perfect example, the guy's like saying, and I think he's speaking from like the minority point of view, saying like, when you're in my house, you drank my wine, but like when I'm on your side of town, you don't act like you even know who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
That's what I think War
Yeah.
Lowrider.
Oh, well, I heard a thing. I heard a deal on one of my Sirius XM stations, and they were doing the top 10, basically political songs, black political songs from the 60s, 70s, and they were all these like great funk songs, and it was like, wow, yeah, you're right, you nailed it, political.
Yeah. No, the easy. I like and protest songs without being protest songs.
Yeah,
without being labored.
Well,
and like saying, like just like yeah.
Well, it's like there's something to be said about having a protest song that's good, that kind of reels people in, and then all of a sudden, if they hear the music, they're like, wait a minute. It's like Last Train to Clarksville of the Monkees. That's an anti-war song, because that's like the last train. Clarksville is the last train that stopped at this station for this where you got off and you went into the army and you went over to Vietnam.
Oh wow!
But everybody here they go last train to. It's like a pop song, but it's a real anti-war song.
I had no idea about that.
Yeah. Okay, number 3 for me, or is it? What did you just do?
I just did. Well, you just did war. No, wait. So it's got to be. You just did war.
Oh, then it's 3 for you.
Yeah, 3 for me.
Okay.
Right.
I'm sorry, I was cutting in line.
No, it's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I knew this was going to be a
I'm
problem.
I'm kind of a little drunk, so.
Yeah, I knew this was going to be a problem.
It would be, but it wasn't a problem until like number 3, which I was going to figure was a problem by number 8. To be honest with you.
Well, we're just going to we'll work it out.
Wardell don't need no number. Wardell just does it. Wardell just does it.
Wardell work by instinct.
Cordell Berserk just says, "Funk
Hey man,
you."
my name is Cordell Berserk. What do you expect me to keep?
What do you expect Cordell Berserk to live by the rules? By rules? Cordell
3.
Berserk does not live by rules.
Yeah.
Cordell Berserk lives by Cordell Berserk time.
That's right.
Okay, number 3 for me then.
No, it's He's Cordell. Wow. I'm gonna claw back.
I love
on
how
this.
you got pissed off then.
No, I didn't get pissed off. Did I really? Oh wow.
Yeah, you're like, what the? You're like an attack hamster. What the?
Wait.
You're like you're ready to go up Richard Gere's ass. What the?
Get out of the way. I'm not. This is prime virgin Richard Gere ass. I'm going up first. I thought, boy, man, I'm glad I've already been hired for a job.
I'm gonna get fired for mine.
I was the first hamster up Richard Gere's ass. I hate you for bringing this up. You son of a bitch. You've ruined my political career.
Cordell don't care. Cordell don't care. He berserk. He don't be Cordell
You
berserk.
made me admit to being the first hamster up Richard Gere's ass. You son of a bitch. Well, that Brian.
There are no secrets on our
that-
Funkonteurista. There are no secrets.
Wardell Quazerg. It's just.
There are no secrets.
Here's my number 3.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
The Payback. James Brown.
Whoa. And I left James out because I knew you'd do it.
Oh, that's just so bullshit.
No.
You shouldn't think about anything I do. Go with your gut, man.
Cordell, I did, and that's
Go
why I
with
said you'd do
the
it.
Force.
That's why I said you'd do it.
Oh, foam home, E.T.
Save that hypnotism for Richard Gere.
Too late.
Richard Gere rear.
How do you... Look, just stop the Richard Gere hamster marmot wombat angle, would you?
The hamster wheel, the Richard Gere hamster wheel.
Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Don't know where I'll be tomorrow. Yeah, I do. I'll be
Richard
up
Gere's
Richard
ass.
Gere's ass. I knew you liked Journey. I know you like Journey.
I fucking hate that band.
You don't.
I hate that band.
You love 'em.
I want to do a whole podcast on how much I fucking hate that band.
Yeah, let's do it.
No. Our next podcast, ELO.
Okay. I love the yellow.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I wrote about Payback.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
This is good.
Yeah.
I'm proud of this. I, David Kendall, being of sound mind and body, do hereby declare that any structure, edifice, or marker signifying my existence bear the following epitaph. I may not know karate, but I know crazy. You know that from this song?
Yes,
I
yes.
may not know karate, but I know crazy.
Oh my God, that is awesome, man. That is awesome.
I mean, you could fill a whole top 10 with James Brown.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, totally.
You know.
And I love everybody in that band. Played in the band, quit, came back, played again, quit. I think everybody, Palmer, what was Bootsy in there? Bootsy,
Bootsy was in the second.
second iteration, Bootsy and Catfish. But Earl Palmer, I think he did a 3 tour with them.
Guess where Earl Palmer's from?
No, I don't know.
New Orleans.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go. Yeah.
But here's the thing. God, there was something really important I need to say, right?
Well, yeah. Okay.
The payback, James
I
Brown.
know where your mind went.
Where'd he go? Where?
Up with your gears, ass.
I'm never going to live this down. Never, ever, ever. Oh, I know. Here we go.
Okay.
I knew it would take me a minute. Maceo. Do you ever see
Maceo Parker?
Maceo?
Yeah.
I saw Maceo at.
Oh, that's right. Maceo played with him. I forgot
I
about
saw
that.
Maceo at Antone's one time.
Really?
And Maceo and his band.
Yeah.
And literally, the fire alarm went off, and the fire department showed up because like Clifford was up there going, "It's automatic. I can't shut it off until the fire department." Maceo was just blowing up a storm, and all of a sudden, like a red light starts going, "Brick, brick, brick."
Oh man.
And like the Maceo's like still playing. And you know, Maceo's probably seen everything.
Oh yeah.
But that fucking shocked him.
Oh yeah.
And so then, Clifford has to come and go, the fire department has to come and shut it down.
Oh man.
And so everybody just kind of hung out until these fire marshals came in.
Oh.
And they're up there and like Macio's like, "Hey man, I'm just blowing my horn." And they shut it off and they leave. Lights go down. Maceo picks right back up.
Oh man.
I know.
Oh.
Maceo.
Oh.
Maceo, blow your horn, Maceo.
Oh. Now I was at Continental Club one time watching Alejandro Escovedo when he does that after the end of South by Southwest.
Yeah.
He did a show, and he had John D. Graham and all these guys on there, and they started playing "I Want to Be Your Dog" by the Stooges. Started doing it, and then all of a sudden the breakers went off. All the power went off in the place, and I love Alejandro yelled out. He goes, "Hey man, you could have just said you didn't like us. You didn't have to turn the fucking power off. Would have left on our own." I mean, it's just like we would have left. But I mean, got back into. Okay, hold on.
Wait,
Yes.
Cordell.
Okay. Here's part of the song that's going to pay off part of our bet. Higher Ground, Stevie Wonder. There we are. And I will put this one. When I hear this song, it reminds me of high school, cruising the drag with my friend David Hammond, popping the 8-track in, lighting up a joint, and wishing I were this cool. Plus, the Red Hot Chili Peppers did a pretty rockin' version of this one as well. There we are.
You lost me at the end, but I love
Oh, you gotta love what the Red Hots did with that. They pulled it off.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Cordell loves it, so you gotta love it. Cordell.
Wow.
The Berserk rules. The Berserk rules.
the Berserker.
The Berserker.
But you'd have to, yeah, that's right. Cordell Berserker. You gotta run with it.
I know. I am. All right. Number 2.
Oh, number
for
two.
you.
For me? Oh, boy. I had a struggle with 2 and 1. Real.
I
Big.
had a struggle with. No.
I'm calling this 1B.
Okay.
And the only reason number 1 won is because of like a bit of nostalgia, like just earlier.
Yeah.
But I can't say enough about this song. My number 2 song, Pusher Man.
Oh shit.
Curtis Mayfield off the soundtrack to the movie Superfly.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Talk about a crazy political, or not political, but just contemporary song about what's going on in the city. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's timeless.
Yeah.
If there were an award for most dangerous funk song, the winner would have to be this sinister, sexy tale of tragedy that sounds like doom, rolling down the alley in a jet black Cadillac, flashing a chrome-plated heater, looking for revenge.
Oh man, good one. Good writing. Everybody should own that soundtrack.
I'm your mama. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I'm
the
your
first,
pusher, man.
the first like
And had he already been? Had he already had the wreck? Was he paralyzed at that point?
No,
I didn't think he was on Superfly.
the thing is, Curtis Mayfield. That's Curtis Mayfield.
Yeah.
Song. Yeah, but extremely underrated guitarist.
Really?
Jimmy was like his. If you listen to his, he wasn't a lead guitar player at all.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought he played keyboards more than
No,
anything.
he's a guitar player.
Oh.
And he was with the like an old gospel group like the Persuasions, or he came out of the. Look, man, to me, almost everything good came out of gospel.
Yeah.
And so he, Jimmy considered him based a lot of his, like you hear, like
really?
Jimi Hendrix's rhythm guitar playing is like heavily influenced by Curtis Mayfield's rhythm guitar playing.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Because I tell you, I've got that album, and it's just like every time I hear it, it's so rich.
Well, that's the other song I can think of besides the meters where the percussion is so up front.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's like I don't know if it's bongos or congas or if it's Congo and bongas.
Yeah.
Because one of them's a country in Africa.
I'm about to say congos and bongas.
Yeah, and bongas nothing. Oh, Brian, I want to invite you to an very exclusive club while I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's called the Eliminators.
Eliminators.
Oh yeah, here we go. So, and it's because the famously corrupt and hilarious governor of New Orleans, of Louisiana, Edwin Edwards, once he insisted on saying casino as casina.
Really?
Yeah. So the thing is to eliminate the O and replace it with A in any song, in any word.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So instead of taco is taca. Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to do that.
Yeah.
I'll try.
And I had a point with that, but oh, bongos.
Did you have a paint with that?
Bongos.
Did you have a paint with that?
Yeah, instead of bongos, it's bongas.
Ah.
Yeah. Right.
All right, I got
Boy,
you.
that was awful.
All right.
Is this your number 2?
Is this my number 2?
It is.
My number 2. Tell me something. Shh.
Good.
Tell me something good. Rufus and Chaka Khan.
Yeah.
It's like hearing that bass with a follow-up wah-wah'd out guitar, then hearing Chaka Khan, then later on seeing Chaka Khan. Stuff of fantasies. I mean, just hearing her like, no. I was just like, I'm watching her walking out, that big hair going on. Oh my God.
I'll make you wish there was 48
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah. Oh man.
No, that's
Yeah.
That's on my
that was just one of those ones because I remember it was the first time I ever heard a band like Rufus with Chaka Khan.
Yeah.
I was like, is she in the band or what is, exactly? But like I said, I loved it. And then I saw him and it was like, oh shit. This is like, make my pants tight.
I saw, I think, that video, and it was like a live thing. It was Chuck, was it Della Reese and Sissy Hughes? I don't know. It was a bunch of singers, and Chaka Khan was up there, and she was really drunk or fucked up or something. And the two women on each side were just kind of holding her up.
Oh, with that big hair of hers going all over the place.
But she was just singing her ass off.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's one of the coolest. That song was just, that's easily on my top 10 list.
Oh, yeah. Now that's just like, when I
mean,
heard
that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a perfect song.
It's like between the guitars and the voices, it's just like, playing off each other.
No kind of feeling inside.
Yeah. Boppa chicka bow wow.
Yeah.
Boppa chicka
That's
bow
such a
wow.
good song.
Yeah.
No, that's
my number 2.
That's good.
All right.
Oh, is this my number 1?
Are we ready?
Oh, boy. My number 1 song for Funk Song is the theme song from the movie Shaft.
That was oh man, that was going to be my. That's on my. I had to cut that one. Oh my god. Oh.
Boom, 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 boom. So here's when my daddy threatened to throw my wah-wah pedal in the trash because I played the opening riff from Shaft for about 3 hours straight. I said, you know that Dave is a bad mother.
Shut your mouth.
I'm just talking about Dave.
Your dad must have loved that. Shh. That's all I was going to write in there. I written in there going, you know, coming from Stacks, you know, coming out of Memphis, you know, bald head, you know, no shirt on, gold chain, escape from New York, you know, and then coming in and go with bad mother, shut your mouth.
Who is the black private dick who's a sex machine to all the chicks?
Shaft.
Right on.
Right on. All right.
Who's the man? Who's the cat that won't cop out when there's danger? All about.
Shaft.
Can you dig it?
Yeah, I can dig it.
Yeah, the only reason that made it over Pusher Man is because that was just an earlier.
Yeah, I get you.
Like that's in the DNA.
It's funny because
Later on, Pusher Man would be like the next sort of
yeah
iteration.
Yeah. Now that one was one of my painful cuts to my list. Painful.
Boy.
All right.
Oh, you're number one. Brian Newton, Bootin' Scootin' Fuller.
Okay.
Wardell Berserk. I'm sorry.
Wardell Berserk.
Wardell Berserk.
I don't know if you maybe you don't know this song or not. "Living in the Life" by the Izzy Brothers.
No, I don't know that song.
All right. I was at a party at Ola B's house over in Golden Hill in high school with folks eating green beans out of cans, passing around Gilby's gin, and smoking joints. When this song came on and turned my white world upside down.
Nice. What's the song
Called "Living in the Life" by the Izzy Brothers. It goes, boom, boom, I was living in the life, ba-bum, bum, bum. I'm going to say, boom, boom. And it's a song, it's a really obscure song in there, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
The Izzy Brothers are known for all these other songs.
Fight the power.
And I was exactly. And I was at this party. I went, say my high school was like a third black. And I moved to this town. And so I was like, whatever. And so I would go to parties over in the black, and it was literally, like I told you before, like the town was, separated by railroad tracks. And there was a part of town, black town, it was Boot Hill and Golden Hill. I was at this party at Ola B's, and it was like, I'm like one of the white people there, and it was just this crazy party. And everybody, like I say, I don't know why they eating green beans out of cans, but it was Gilby gin, smoking weed, and this comes on, and everybody just starts dancing. And I remember I'm hanging against a wall. I'm not dancing or anything. I'm just watching this going, this is fucking awesome. I mean, that song was amazing. And I'd always, to be honest with you, I heard it then, and I couldn't find an 8-track with it back then. And so I kind of sort of forgot about it. And then later on, I started thinking, like, did I make that up? Was that really a song? It's like because I would never hear it anywhere. And now with the internet, you can hear pretty much anything. But back in the day, it was like you went to record stores and you walked in with that, that list in your head that you were trying to remember.
Right.
And I kept thinking, like, did I just make that up? Was that not really a song? Did I just make that shit up? And then I finally figured out, no, I didn't. And I love that song. You should listen to that one. You will love that song.
Yeah, I'm sure I would.
Yeah. That was fun. That was Top 10 Funk was a funkin' great time.
No shit, man.
That was a funkin' great time, man.
It was a good time.
Funkonteurista, right there.
You know what? My honorable mentions.
Oh yeah,
I'm going to go with them.
Yeah.
Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Oh, good one.
Funky Town.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Don't we all sometimes yearn for that magical, mythical place called Funky Town where we dance for a living rather than work?
Cordell does.
Play that funky music, Wild Cherry.
I almost put that one on there.
The pride of Mingo Junction, Ohio, and certainly the palest band on the list. Let's call them the Larry Birds of Funk.
White man can funk.
Tell me something good, Chaka Khan.
Yeah.
Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Serpentine Fire, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
One sign of a great song is if it sounds exactly like the title says it.
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Also, the other one, another Earth, Wind, and Fire, there was Morning Glory, and there was Serpentine Fire. You know, I heard an interview with, I think he was on Rick Rubin's deal, that podcast with Rick Rubin.
Oh, yeah.
The one,
It's almost as popular as our podcast.
yeah, not quite. Sorry, Rick. Maybe if Malcolm Gladwell gives you a little shout out, you can get up to the rack.
Ever heard of Rick Rubin's production, the way he does production? The Red Hot said he'd just lay on a couch and he'd be asleep. And then they'd be playing again and set up and go, that sounds good, go with that. And then lay back down and fall asleep.
He's like a goddamn Yoda.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you know, he does this thing where he gives each band sort of like homework. Mm-hmm. You know, and he gets, he's an uncanny.
Yeah,
he's a fucking brilliant guy.
Oh, yeah, he's like vegetarian, Buddhist, all this stuff.
He's into the Wim Hof method, too. Though.
Oh, he is? Ah, really? Okay, well, there we go.
No, the way he just like sort of like, yeah, you know, I just approach. Mm-hmm. I love that guy.
And started Def Jam.
Groove is in the Heart, D.
Oh,
yeah,
yes. You know. What a great video, too, man.
Why Can't We Be Friends and Lowrider by War.
Yeah.
War, What's It Good For?
There we go.
Edmund Starr.
Oh,
Brick House. The Commodore. Keep on Trucking, Baby by Eddie Kendricks.
Yeah.
Hollywood Swinging, Cool and the Gang. Fight the Power by the Isley Brothers. Mm-hmm. I went far afield on this one. Fat Man in the Bathtub Live by Little Feat. Waiting for Columbus.
That's good. Let me ask you this much before you read the next one. Did you put any Dr. John on yours?
No.
I thought you'd do a Dr. John song.
Yeah, no, I didn't. But, you know, easily could.
Yeah.
Well, right place at the wrong time.
Exactly. Exactly.
Sure, yeah.
I was going to put that on there, but I thought Dave's going to cover that one.
Finally, Strawberry Letter 23.
Oh, man. Mine was going to be Get the Funk Out My Face, Get the Funk Out My Face by the Brothers Johnson. And then I was going to screw you over by going, because that's almost as good as Strawberry Letter number 23 to get a twofer in on you.
See, you were thinking too much about me.
I was. That's all I think about.
I forgot you were actually even a part of this.
Yeah, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. My whole thing is I'm just trying to figure out what Dave's doing.
Well, I don't know Brian doesn't exist anymore to me. It's Cordell Berserk.
Cordell Berserk is like focused. He's like focused. Like that little hamster going up Richard Gere's butt. Just focused.
Well, if you got a tiny
it's called tunnel vision.
What? Yeah,
it's called tunnel vision. Okay,
I just think like a marmot or a wombat is a cooler animal.
Yeah. Okay, here's my left out isn't as big, but it was theme from Shaft, Isaac Hayes. Do It Till You're Satisfied by BT Express. Burn Rubber, Gap Band, right there. And then I put anything by James Brown and anything by Dr. John.
Yeah, I mean, easily fill up a James Brown.
Yeah. It's all over. So, I mean,
Papa's Got a Brand New Bag. I mean, it started, you know, the whole.
Or need the what was his band called? The JBs.
Then there was JB.
The JBs. Just anything about the JBs. I mean, you got like
that Love, Peace, and Power.
Yeah.
There's a live thing from France. With that band. It's you know, it's Clyde Stubblefield.
Yeah.
Jabbo and you know, those guys. You know, and like Clyde Stubblefield's one of the most sampled drummers.
Oh yeah. They were saying I think he has like one of the first samplings that's gone on Dead Soldiers.
Yeah, you know.
Dead Soldiers.
Just a bunch of cans.
Now, I mean, this was a blast doing this funk thing because I'm like you. You know, it's funny. I would at night come in and whenever we're cooking dinner, Donna and I would turn on Spotify and I'd turn on some funk. And she was like, man, I love this. Because I have a tendency to put on a lot of like rock and roll. And she heard that and she was like, this is she goes, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, I know.
And I'd forgotten. I mean, I'd never forgotten, But just something about hearing it boom, 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 you're just like, this is kick ass, man.
No, I mean, and the thing was about the protest angle to a lot of it. It's just it was so effortlessly.
Yeah.
Like, instead of something that was like, manufactured to be a protest song, but a song like "Why Can't We Be Friends" or "I'll Take You There," or they all kind of everyday people.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then of course then Sly, one of the most interesting. Sly, what's his name? Sylvester Stallone.
Stallone. Sly's from Denton, Texas.
What?
Yeah, he's from Denton, Texas. Yeah. Have you ever seen him now? Sly now?
Wait, no, you talking about Sly and the Family Stones from Denton?
Sly is from Denton. Sly's from Denton, Texas. Yeah. Have you seen him now? It's like it's not even the same guy.
Well, yeah, I don't.
Because I mean, apparently he had years and years and years of addiction. And,
yeah, I don't even want to know about him now.
Yeah, but if you see him now, it's like crazy. Okay, weird note to go out on, but we'll get back to it. Point being, I had a blast doing this funk thing.
Yeah.
It really took me back to how much enjoyment you can get out of, like you said, a fun song, but it also be a song with meaning to it.
Even though some of them didn't have any meaning.
No, it's like
I want to take you to Funky Town.
More bounce of the ounce. I mean, come on.
No, I mean you can't. Yeah, I mean it's just music is here for lots of reasons, man. People invented music because there's something fucking special about it, man. There's something special about music.
No, there is. There is. I mean, if you don't enjoy it.
I mean, if you can make people happy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really the deal.
Well,
you make people happy and deliver a subtle message of love or empathy or like.
Joseph Campbell said that, going to concerts, it's like the new church. I mean.
Jesus Christ.
Because.
Joseph Campbell.
Yeah.
Funk.
Yeah.
Sly and the Family Stone.
What a breath. What a breath. We had Noam Chomsky in here. Like, what a breath.
I mean, Cordell Berserk brings it all together.
He bringing it all together. It's a rainbow. It's a rainbow coalition here. All right. Well, listen, I think we're at an hour and 22 minutes. And a lot of fun. You think next time, ELO?
Yeah, man.
Because it's funny because I said, oh man, one of my favorite, guilty pleasures is ELO, and you're like, oh my God, ELO.
I'm not at all guilty about that anymore.
Me neither. No. I was just trying to soften the blow.
Yeah.
And but no, ELO. I think that could be a fun one to do. Well, me and you.
We'll hash it out.
We'll hash it out. There we go. All right, I believe that is it. Do you have any parting words, my dear friend?
I guess you won the $20.
That's okay. I'll put it back into the Funkonteurista fund.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I owe you. You know what? Because I'd rather, as the old saying goes, I'd rather beat it out of you than owe it.
There we go. There we are. Yeah. Right there.
I'd rather owe it to you than beat it out of you.
Yeah. Okay. Either way, we're going to go out in the parking lot and work this out.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Hey, y'all. Bye, Dave.
That was Dave Kendall. This is Cordell Berserk saying adios from this the Funkonteurista version of Funkonteurista.
And funk you later, baby.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.